Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best, you gotta show me son. Actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come back. Sports talking way too much, world come back. Sports talking way too much, world come back. Sports.
Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-Side official, you already know. No negotiation needed, period. The first in the building, D-Lo Boxing, is on deck. Salute to you, man. Shout out to Big Bunsen Boxing in the building. The OG Mr. Golden on deck in the building. Let's get it. Hot Grease Chronicles EP 343 copy. Year 2024. Over. We talking about greatness. We talking about the time is and the final seconds is blinking. We're talking about what's next in this I wouldn't even say this ball of yarn that we have going on, trying to figure out how these next moves gonna happen between Fundora, Zoo, Crawford. But pretty much when I come with the hot grease, man, it's usually, has the entail what the naysayers are always saying. You know what I'm saying? Breaking Crawford naysayers stay whining. What he can't do, won't do. You know what I'm saying? It's always what he can't do, won't do. So I want to let you listen to some audio of someone who has been on here for a sneeze and a cough. And, me and him absolutely on two different sheets of music. You know what I'm saying? And, sometimes I have to replay his audio, just, try to put him in the limelight a little bit more in a positive way. But that's Knockdown iPad Pager 68. You know what I'm saying? He said something on the live about a situation. And I just feel like, just to stick to one side. Like, you're not going to ever figure out what's going on with Team Crawford because you're not supposed to know what's going on with him. And furthermore, these was individuals who pretty much believed they knew everything there was to know about from the 28th back. They knew everything they needed to know. They kept on singing the same song. They had the same conductor, playing the same instruments and music. You know what I'm saying? And then they was forced to bend the knee. And we all know that is a still ongoing process with the medical conditions of these people. But let me let you listen to something right quick, okay? And this is for educational purposes only. And this is for Knockdown iPad Pager 68, whoever else the title may be about. I just want to do a reaction to something he said. All right, let's hit the triangle.
And it seems to be some sort of Cold War, some sort of just stalemate for him and Premier Boxing Champions, because the reports surrounding Terrence Crawford are all that he wants to fight Premier Boxing Champions fighters, but he's trying to go every single different avenue.
See, these are individuals that just don't get it. It make you wonder, you know what I'm saying? Do they have any mentors, anyone that can guide them in a direction that is considered to be healthy? You know what I'm saying? Not always the right direction. Sometimes it needs to be the left direction, you know, because they're busy worried about the wrong. You're saying that it may be a stalemate between Crawford and PBC. Listen to me, man. Just like you hearing me doing a reaction to your audio, you already know right off the back if somebody shoots you the link, you know what I'm saying about a reaction with you is not going to be favorable most of the time. You know that already. You know that. When you came over here on my live and told people, you know, whoever over here messing with WCS, unsubscribe, you know what I'm saying? You knew what your voice was going to be in my chat, right? So if you understand that PBC is not in the best interest of Terrence Crawford, why do you, light skin, continue to want him to do business with an organization that doesn't see Crawford as an equitable employee if he was to sign with them? They don't feel that they should provide him his just due. You feel that he should continue to go to these people that's not in his best interest. Y'all speak of how old Crawford is. Oh, man, he's 36 going on 37. So if the older you get, the more wiser you're supposed to be. Why do I continue to hear y'all talk about how Crawford, it must be a stalemate? PBC does not like him. He messed up everything. Forget the apple cart. He messed up everything. He put a hole in the ceiling when it was a storm. Before it stormed, he already put holes in the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? On 29th, when the rain started to pour, it started leaking all over the place. He cost a lot of people money. He's one of those fighters that the PBC would love to be able to keep under their control. But it's just impossible for them to be able to do that. And when y'all said he should sign, 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 he should sign. The man did sign. It wasn't good enough, was it? How knockdown, it wasn't good. It just wasn't enough for y'all. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't enough. The man signed 2 fights, locked into a contract. When y'all said Al Puba was not going to do business with him anymore, he signed, he won. The loser has 30 days to activate a rematch clause. That rematch clause was activated, which allegedly under good faith, which turned out to be frivolous. It turned out to be a bunch of chicanery. It turned out to be the man is making excuses, talking about he had a condition prior to the fight, during the fight, and after the fight. And not so much to the emergency to put him right in the freaking operating table. He waits several months, you know, Bud gets stripped. Then he comes over here putting out a live stream with masking tape and an Oreo cookie wrapper over his eye, and then say, hey, you know, everybody's looking around and say, what's going on? Oh, he had cataract surgery. And then, you know, the rematch clause drops out. So Crawford was in it for 2. That's not good enough for y'all? He was in it for 2. He won the first half, and he was automatically mandated for the second half. He was binded. So if Steven want to get on here and say we couldn't keep Crawford locked in forever, your mother effing right. So when you talk about it's a stalemate, what's going on? This must not be a black thing. Seriously, they're knocked down. This must be a white thing. This might be something that you're used to the way you live. Because I can't relate through what you go through in life. You know what I'm saying? Some areas I can't relate to because I'm not white. I'm black. You, on the other hand, you might be able to relate to, continue to talk about the PBC, and you may be able to get, you know, get in the door and have conversation with these role players and everything because of your skin complexion. You got the complexion for the detection to get the protection. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably why you talk the way you do and why you act like you're avid. Hold on for a second, y'all. I'm back. My fault. Shout out to MD and MD Mills on the deck. On deck, I see you. What's good with the MD? Christopher White in the building. I see you, Christopher. How you feeling, bro? Um, Kush on deck. Salute to you. What's good? I see you on deck. So getting back to knockdown. You know what I'm saying? Let's listen to the second half because me as a black man, it was just difficult for me to fathom, like in certain areas, like knockdown may be able to look at this in a way that if he walk into the headquarters, he can drink, he can drink wherever he feel. He might get concierge service at the door. You know what I'm saying? Because they might look at him as a Caucasian, and he might get that or Hispanic. I don't know. He might get that special treatment. Me, I might get stopped at the door, patted down. You know what I'm saying? They have to do a just a brief background check on me, and everything, just for me to come in there and try to talk boxing. That's all I'm saying. So when people continue to want to say, why don't Crawford go and it must be a stalemate? They don't like the black man. Crawford's darker than me and you. They don't like him. And I get an idea that might be one of the reasons why you don't like him either. Because, you seem not to get along with, allegedly, individuals that's darker toned than yourself. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But let's keep listening.
In order to do so, right? So here's what we have. Let's talk about Jaron Boots Ennis, who just signed the Matchroom.
Here we go. Every time Crawford's name is in the conversation, it was about Errol Spence being the second half, or little sprinkles here and there, the injections and everything. It's just like BBLs and shit, man. They try to bloviate this shit to look like some, and it ain't. They always want to talk about Boots Ennis when it's compared to Crawford. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna hear some crazy stuff in this. This is the way Bud has these cats on edge. He has them on edge, y'all.
Eddie Hearn is saying he'll fight the fight. He'll make the fight. He'll put up the money for the fight. He'll back Boots against anybody if Terrence Crawford wants to make the fight happen.
Okay, so he said Eddie Hearns will put the money up. We're done talking. If you're saying that Eddie Hearns say he'll put the money up, we're done talking. Where's the breaking news? That's what I see at the front of your title. Breaking. Terrence Crawford wants to fight PBC fights without dealing with PBC. If Eddie Hearns is willing to make the money for Boots, where's the official announcement? What money are we talking about? What money are we talking about? What are the numbers looking like? Eddie just saying he'll put up the money. For real? Eddie said he will put up the money. Then why haven't the fight been signed yet? Why have Crawford agreed to fight Boots Ennis if Eddie's willing to put up the money? Massive. Where's all this massive paycheck? We need to hear the pay. We need to see where it's at. Where's all this massiveness at? That's all I'm saying. Let me continue.
Boots Ennis said, you ain't got nobody else but me to fight. I'm right here. What's up? So Boots Ennis is saying that he wants to fight Terrence Bud Crawford. I think that could be a big fight if Eddie Hearn gets the money and is willing to put the money up. Eddie Hearn can match.
Of course, it'll be a big fight because most of the former or current, aerosexuals are now attempting to put that saddle on the back of Boots and try to clout chase him and saddle up for freaking the Boots Ennis rodeo. You know what I'm saying? And they're trying their best to become a full-time Boots Ennis PBR member. That's what they're trying to do, y'all. Who is saying this is a big fight? This is the same person who was criticizing Crawford, who already had credentials to his name. He couldn't do anything right leading into 29th of July. But all of a sudden, Boots did this and that. Like I said, I don't hate Boots at all. But I'm saying keep the same freaking protocol and standard and structure that you had previously when you all was criticizing. When y'all had all this critique about Crawford, who was already undisputed, but y'all made it seem like, oh man, that's transparent. It means nothing to this fight. Errol's did everything at welterweight. He's did this, that, and the other. What about Crawford? He stopped everybody. Man, Errol Spencer do the same thing. But can Crawford do it to people on his resume? I don't think so. He did this, he did that, and the other. Okay. When he finally fights a Kell Brook and Sean Porter, it ain't good enough. They over the hill washed up. But yet, all I'm hearing, Boots is a big fight. Boots hasn't did numbers yet. This guy's going to be a star, a future star. Boots is. He is. He's young. He can box. But it has to be what's on top of his shoulder. He has to be considered a fighter that knows how to properly use his boxing IQ during a tactical mission. The tactical mission is on fight night. And he has to be able to prove, like Crawford, to go in there with the elite. Boots hasn't fought a fighter that's supposed to be equal to greater his skill set to prove to the people that he's him right now. He hasn't did that. But, we always talk about Boots is a big fight. Who said Boots is a big fight? Against Crawford, it's not.
Room in the zone can put the money up themselves, or shit. They got a good relationship with Turkey, Lalik, Lalik. But I remember
Turkey Lalik Ashik. Now, we want to talk about what blends in very nicely, like blood spatter on the pavement. This blends in very nicely. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen blood drop in sand? It pretty much disappears. You understand that, iPad? What I'm saying is, when you talk about Crawford avoiding doing business with the PBC, that's because he's showing you what type of time he's on. He's trying to deal with the Sheik instead of the PBC. He's trying to deal with what makes sense to him when it comes to the business of boxing. He's trying to get to the priorities at hand. Make the fight. I don't care who the fight is against at the top. Okay? Make the fight. Make it make sense. And it's definitely going to make dollars. That's all he worried about, in my opinion. He don't have time to be going through all the rigors, the obstacles, all these invisible freaking impairments that he has to deal with, bro. Because people have these lavish freaking intentions for him. They have ulterior motives. Why you think people in life would want to do that? I don't think this guy in life would want to put up with what he's up here, trying to talk to his viewers about. He wouldn't put up with it. Most common sense, sound-minded individuals, these humans that consider to be age-appropriate adults, they wouldn't want to go through all this bullshit. If you know somebody's not in your best interest, you're going to tell yourself, whoever's around you, friends, all that. Hey, man, hey, miss, you might not want to deal with that person because of this, and this. But since people have a double life on the YTCs, they say, hey, he's trying to do business with the PBC fighters without going through the PBC. No shit. He should do that. That's smart. That's smart.
I'm maintaining if Terrence Bud Crawford doesn't fight Jaron Ennis and he is moving up to 154 and fighting for a title, I can't call him a duck moving up as an undisputed champion and beating the other number one guy.
Ding, 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 ding. Oh, here we go. That's what I'm talking about. If you can only keep that cowbell ringing and round them up, they will listen. You cannot call him a duck, period. He ain't ducked nobody. There's plenty of ducks in the pond that has avoided Crawford, but when you talk about Crawford, he ain't ducked nobody. So you can't call him a duck at 147. You couldn't call him a duck at 40, 35. And you definitely can't call him a duck at 54 when he called out Errol Spence and Jamel Charlo. Two of your favorite fighters, big dog. Two of your favorite fighters. You can't call him a duck. What are you saying? It's not a scenario that you can put out there that you can call him a duck, especially when Boots' name come up. He ain't ducked nobody, bro. He hasn't ducked anybody. Kudos for you for finally, realizing him moving up is beneficial to his boxing career. And that's who it should benefit first and foremost, himself and his team, not the naysayers and critics and haters that's on the YTC.
Guy in the division at the time that he did it. So I wouldn't call that a duck. But if he stays at 147 or he takes some sort of light touch at 154, I will be looking at his ass sideways as a...
First of all, the only way you look at Terrence Bud Crawford, you always looked at him sideways. And it's easy to do that when you have shades on. You always looked at him sideways. You, your panel, those goofy people that be in your chat, you know what I'm saying? Those casuals, y'all always looked at Terrence Crawford sideways. At one point in time, you was forced to take a knee and put your head to the ground and bow, because that's what Crawford did on the 29th. And then give or take 48 to 72 hours, you came back. And then you got back to being who I always knew you to be, a freaking Terrence Bud Crawford hater. You know what I'm saying? So with that hate still in your bloodstream, and you don't know a way to get a detox. Let me tell you this right here. You've always looked at him sideways. If that man choose to take a soft touch at 54 and fight somebody at 47, it's not going to work out like that. I'm pretty sure he's going to come off those belts at 47 like he did 40, man. It'd be good for him to come off and open up those belts at 47 so we can allow ourselves to witness. Hailing out of Philadelphia, the Phenom, Jaron Ennis. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all want. Y'all want him to go on that undisputed tour. And I ain't mad at him. I just don't know when Bud's going to drop the belts, because I don't see Boots fight being a big fight unless Eddie Hearns can offer the big money, but I don't see him offering the big money. You know, he sounds very good when he say massive, and he good at what he do. Eddie is great at what he does with promoting fighters, but I don't see him offering the numbers to placate Crawford's interests. So therefore, at the end of the day, I look at it like Crawford can do pretty much what he want to do. I mean, if you really want to look at it, there should be some concern with what Canelo's saying. He said, I just don't want to have nothing to do with Benavidez, who's a legitimate champion at 168. But they just kept on putting freaking sub-chapters into that equation to dilute the fact that Benavidez is a worthy opponent. When it comes to Crawford, he's wiped out 147. So just like y'all was telling him to wait to Spence get all the belts because he was doing the heavy lifting, why don't y'all wait and be patient and see what Crawford has going on? It's that basic concept that works for me. Basic concept, shouty.
Pertains to Jaron Boots Ennis. I think Jaron is just in the wrong era, bro.
What? The fuck? I'm in the wrong era. Look, Jaron Ennis is 26, I think. How is he in the wrong era? Listen. This is how I'm going to break this down till you're knocked down. Listen to the count. How can this man be in the wrong era when there's nobody? He's supposed to do everything better than Crawford now. How can you say this man in the wrong era when he's only 26? How can that be? Because Crawford hasn't fought nobody except Spence. So prior to Spence, he ain't fought nobody. So what was Ennis doing prior to Crawford continuing to climb the ladder up into the welterweight division? What was Crawford doing? Fighting subpar mediocre opposition, to hear y'all say it, right? So Ennis had the opportunity to build his name up. You know what I'm saying? Build up his boxing FICO. He had plenty of time to increase his value. How's he in the wrong era? If Crawford has always been a fighter that haven't fought nobody. If Errol Spence just last year was the fighter that you all say that's the only fight on his resume worth anything. He only fought one fighter. That's it. Then that tells me that there was plenty of room out there for other fighters like Ennis to eat. And for you to say this man is in the wrong era, why? He's a young gun. Later on this freaking video, you say Ennis is 10 years younger than Crawford. How can this be the wrong era when Crawford is on his way out? Ennis is growing. He's a big welterweight, just like y'all said of Spence. He's the boogeyman. He's the boogie man. He's the boogie man. That's what I heard. He's the boogeyman. So Jaron Ennis has plenty of time to clock in and start taking over, if that is what he chooses to do. He has plenty of time to knock down. So to say this man is in the wrong era, why? Crawford, in your eyes and your listeners and your subs and everybody, has never been any fighter that was important who was doing greatness. Never. You all was telling him just last year, the 28th on back, you was saying he ain't fought nobody. Al ain't gonna freaking do business with him again, right? So all this time where Crawford was just gaffing off, squandering, just out here free balling, just doing nothing, confused. That was ample amount of time for the Phenom to do his thing. This man has over 30 plus fights, and he's not even 30 years old yet. And you're saying he's in the wrong era is just absurdity at its best, bro. It is preposterology. Preposterous. Absurd.
He's just in the wrong era. It's at the wrong time. He a decade younger than Bud Crawford.
Sound like a baby lamb. It sound like a baby lamb. What is the sun? Are you driving through the eclipse? Huh? Did you not get those are not the registered shades to look into the sun on the eclipse. What happened? What is this? What is this whining I hear again? What is this? This is unlike, all the rah I was hearing back then. Huh? Knockdown, iPad, pager. What is this I'm hearing? It's just the wrong era. It's the wrong day, the wrong outfit, the wrong shoes, the wrong ropes, the wrong ring, the wrong heavy bag, the wrong gloves, the wrong spit bucket, the wrong mouthpiece, the wrong laces in my gloves, the wrong material of my gloves. Oh my goodness, man. It's the wrong pavement around the gym. Oh my God, it's the wrong weather. It's the wrong sunlight. It's the wrong type of trees that's surrounding me that I'm able to breathe. Everything is wrong. The mirror I look in, it's just wrong. It's the wrong type of Kleenex to dry my snotty nose and my tears. Everything is wrong. Listen to this. Listen to it, man. The whining. How dare you, man? How dare you? What is up with all this pity?
He a decade younger than Bud Crawford. He's coming up. He a decade on. Is just in the wrong era, bro. He's just in the wrong era. It's at the wrong time. He a decade younger than Bud Crawford. He's coming up where the welterweight division, unfortunately for him, the big name that he was in the same era with, Virgil Ortiz, couldn't make the division no more, so he done moved up to 154.
So let me get this straight. Virgil Ortiz is another name that you mentioned that moved up to 154 because his physical anatomy disallowed him to be able to balance the scales. He had a medical condition, right? So therefore, you're still stuck in the ranking systems when Virgil Ortiz never fought Jaron Ennis at 47. It is called transformations. It's called growth. It's called health. That's what it's called. It's called, as a fighter, your body go through things. That's why fighters sometimes drop the belts on the scales and they're forced to move up because they thought they can do the weight cut that they've done so many times before, but they can't. So this is an example where Virgil Ortiz found out, okay, when I'm trying to make 47, it's just too much for me and it's messing some things up. So you trying to tell me Virgil Ortiz, who has the Maurice Hooker and he has the Igor Kavalauskas fight, you trying to tell me he's fought the ultimate fight so far? So that was supposed to be the rivalry that elevates Jaron and his Virgil Ortiz rivalry. They supposed to have been the trifecta. Though they were supposed to be the trifecta because it fits the cliche. No, not the cliche. It fits the nomenclature. So the nomenclature was supposed to be Boots Ennis, Virgil Ortiz, 147 in a possible trilogy. Is that what you telling me, light skin? You trying to tell me that? Do you even think about what you're saying? So now that trilogy, Virgil Ortiz had to move up a division, and Boots Ennis could definitely fight at 154 and 160. Now, I guess the agenda is that y'all are trying to verbally build up. It's not going to happen. I'm not even going to repeat the back end. It's not gonna fucking happen. Ennis is not going to be a rivalry with Crawford because Crawford is not even on the level of Errol Spence before he stepped in there and he was consummated. He's not on the level of Errol Spence before he stepped in there to a Crawford who was considered to be a lower level tier fighter than Errol Spence, who did all the heavy lifting in the welterweight division. Didn't he? Didn't he? He did all the heavy lifting. IBF, WBC, WB, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Make the fight. Oh, hold up. Crawford's out. He's going over there to Omaha to fight Dave Amnesia. Okay. Got him up out of there. Okay, we back at it again. Boom. Fight's made. We finally get the fight that's been marinating for several years upon several years. We don't sit up here while y'all sprinkle salt, shit, and everything else on that man's name. And he goes in there and decimate. And y'all still up here trying to build another name and trying to instruct Crawford for where he should go. You know what I'm saying? And criticize from whence he came and what he hasn't been able to accomplish. I get it.
So Boots leaves himself to where all the big names around his weight class are either up under him at 140, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez. And not coming up no time soon to fight him because you know them fighters ain't moving up to fight him.
How do we know that? I mean, you got to look at Devin Haney, who clocked in at a cool middleweight, damn near super middleweight. So we don't know how him and his father's going to move. But Devin Haney could potentially move up and try to collect the belt and become a 3-division champion. You know what I'm saying? When you're talking about complete fighters that's in the sport and has the weight, Devin has had a growth spurt or whatever he had. And he's a pretty big fighter right now. I don't see him being at 140 for that long period of time. I don't see it. He's hit his stride. Real talk. He hit his stride right now. And I think it's not going to be too long before he move up to 47. Boots Ennis is the one that's not going to be at 47 that long. They can sit up here and say, well, you know, my declaration is going to be the same thing Errol Spence said, to unify the 147-pound division. But if he start to have trouble with the weight and it affects his performances, it's going to be all bad, shawty. It's going to be extremely bad for him. So I disagree with them 140-pound champions not moving up. It's highly possible, if the money's right, for Devin to move up, especially after he goes in here and slap Ryan Garcia around, you know what I'm saying, and put an end to that. He might definitely move up to 147. He's already been undisputed. That may be Jaron Ennis' rivalry. Devin Haney might be Ennis' rivalry. Truth be told, that might be his rivalry.
Or they're above him now. Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, and they're older. Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter retired, Virgil Ortiz. Like, so he's going to have to make a decision. How bad do you want to try to be undisputed at 147? Because the deal that you just signed, bro, Mario Barrio is about to be the WBC champion. Soon as Bud dropped that belt at 147. And then Imantas Stanley is about to be the WBA champion. Soon as Bud dropped that belt at 147. And these are two dudes that I already had an opportunity to fight you and turned it down, bro. So
now we talking about you not being able to come up with a plan for him to do the heavy lifting. I mean, that's what the Bud Naysayers do, right? They always come up with a plan to basically benefit the fighter that they want to beat Bud. So what's the difference between now and then? Y'all used to do it every other live stream. You know what I'm saying? 1,642 live streams a freaking week when y'all was coming up with all these freaking scenarios on how Bud can lose and how he couldn't be able to do this and he won't be able to do that. But now you're talking about, well, Errol Spence and Danny Garcia and Terrence Crawford all at 154. They're all at 154. That's why I said that Jaron Ennis is in the wrong era. And now that you signed the Matchroom, what he really want to say, Jaron, is that he feels some type of way about you signing with Matchroom and not being over there under the shackles of a premier boxing champion. That's all. That's all Mr. Lightskin want to say. He wants to give you that inferior talk. He want to treat you like you a subordinate. You know what I'm saying? He want to pontificate. You know what I'm saying? He really want to pontificate and talk to you in a dogmatic way. You know, very disrespectful and forceful. But he know that's going against the grain. You know what I'm saying? He really want to say he's feeling some type of way about you signing with Eddie Hearns. That's all. He's feeling some type of way. He's like, hey, man, you sign with that. That's going to be difficult. And you in the wrong era, man. Somebody give me some more clinic. You're in the wrong era. He's just in the wrong era, man. He's just in the wrong era. I'm by G. Willikers. He's just in the wrong era. I mean, come on, stop it. Somebody get this man a therapist so he can have a shoulder to cry on and an ear to listen, bro.
So how you gonna get undisputed? You gotta wait for them to lose and hope that Premier Boxing Champions will do. Like, it's just, he might need to think about moving up, bro. Just
No. First of all, they're knocked down. He needs to think about hiring a security force to stop any aerosexuals from infiltrating his common ground. That's first and foremost, security. He need to get a security detail to keep y'all at distance. Okay, first and foremost. Because when you give advice like this, you can't get too close to the situation. You can't be close enough for him to even hear any of it. Any of it. If these fights are to be made, they're to be made. Let's not act like Ennis ain't been in some legal situations when it comes to boxing with Chris Menendorf and then Cameron Duncan passing and Wild Boxing Promotion. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like he ain't been in legal situations, right, for a little bit. Don't act like he was, not on the shelf for a little bit. So really seeing, and then when he finally got the opportunity when Showtime was still in the area, he was able to get the interim IBF title. Why? Because he chose to relocate from the WBO. I remember that day. I remember that very day when he crossed over from the WBO to the IBF, and there was so many people that was happy. It seems like y'all attitude just automatically switched, like you're bipolar. A lot of you niggas became bipolar when that happened. I was like, oh man, he's gonna be right there for Spence. We're gonna get Spence. Look, Spence wins and Boots is gonna be next. Boots is gonna be in next in line for Errol. That's what's gonna happen. They wasn't even talking about Crawford with the WBO. Because they was making it seem like Boots made the perfect choice to lead the WBO rankings and insert himself in the IBF. That's what I was hearing. That's what I was seeing. That's what I was hearing. That's what I was seeing, y'all. I was seeing this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the way y'all was talking. Y'all thought he had made the perfect choice. So since you was on board, you know what I'm saying? And you was on board, you was at the damn the bow of the ship as it was about to then crash into that freaking Omaha Glacier. Keep the same energy. Don't make it a ship this time. Get a canoe. Get a small watercraft. Find a local waterfall. Become a stunt man. Because you're gonna crash and burn this too. How you fail in Boots is that you're not coming up with the same plans with your listeners like you did Crawford. Get together. You know what I'm saying? Put not too many. Put 2 to 3 brain cells together. We can't get too many in there. Put 2 or 3 brain cells together, and you all derive a plan that is suitable for y'all to get on here and talk. And so you can say, okay, this is what we came up with, and put it out to the people and see what they think about it. Okay? Don't just be telling Boots, he should move up. They already made it perfectly clear that they're not ready to move up. They still have business to take care of. He hasn't even freaking won a championship in the ring there, knocked down. Sometimes you got to stand up, knocked down. Even though you get knocked down, you have to stand up, brush yourself off, and then go take a seat and say, let me think this over before I go on live. Let me think this over. let me come up here and just really put together a plan like the A-Team used to do. Let me really think about this.
Just my thoughts, but that's on the Boots Ennis Terrence Crawford side of things. Like, for Terrence Crawford, you can see why he wouldn't want to stay at 147 no more to fight Jaron Boots Ennis when he can try to go up and make more history and do some things at 154. Now, if he go at 154...
Ding, 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 ding. And you're sounding like you got some sense now, son. So what I'm going to ask you to do is keep that same energy. And goddamn, we're going to get her done. That's what I like to hear. From the out back to the front back, I like to hear that shit right there. You just need to stay consistent, okay? Maybe you need to change out them boots just for a little bit, and your step and your footing be a little bit more comfortable. That's all you have to do is be sensible, logical in your words. Let me rewind that right quick, shot.
No more to fight Jaron Boots Ennis when he can try to go up and make more history and do some things at 154. Now, if he go at 154 and take a light...
Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere, everywhere, baby. I said, go, 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 and tell it on the mountain, because Knockdown 68 iPad pager has finally said something positive. Yes, thank you very much. Thank all three of you for coming out for the concert. Yes, he did. Yes, he did say that. Moving up and continue to build on his legacy. Yes, it may have hurt him inside, and his blood pressure may not ever be the same. You know what I'm saying? There may be some air pockets or some blood clots that he didn't expect that he's dealing with right now. But let's play this again to make sure through the interpretation that we're not being fooled.
When he can try to go up and make more... For Terrence Crawford, you can see why he wouldn't want to stay at 147 no more to fight Jaron Boots Ennis when he can try to go up and make more history and do some things at 154. Now, if he go at 154 and take a light touch, like I said earlier in this video, and Boots is right there for some good money, some pay-per-view money, a chance to become 3-time undisputed in the 4-belt era, then that's on him. You know what I mean? If he turned that shit down, then we can cook him on that. But we just...
No. We can't cook him on anything. He's doing the cooking. First and foremost, he's doing the cooking. And obviously, they're knocked down. You haven't really been in places that's considered to be tropical, because it seemed like you might get a little sunburn. I'm just being honest as a black African. No, I gotta exclude African. Just a black male in life. No, you're not cooking anything, because it's totally up to him. You know what I'm saying? When you say light touch, he is the champion. You know why I'm putting this out there to you that knocked down is because when it was Bud Crawford, y'all act like he couldn't do shit. Y'all act like that man was incompetent, illiterate, stupid, dumb, never even dang had a big fight in his career. When Bomac told you all at the presser they're knocked down, sit back and watch us do it. We've been here before. We got the t-shirt. Y'all didn't want to listen. Bomac told you all that, but yet your idol, your God, your Lord, your Savior, you looked over there and you was laughing. God dang, Diddy James wanted to talk about food. And then Bomac and Crawford went up there and force-fed him that get-right sandwich. That get-right sandwich, you know what I'm saying? But listen, once you say something favorable, and then you turn around and you try to wipe it away. No, you got to stay with the positivity. You say something good about them, stay on course, bro. Don't sway off course like you're intoxicated. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to bring up no whole shit. I'm just saying, man, you've been known to be a tilter. You know what I'm saying? You've been known to be a tilter. That's all I'm saying. You've been known to be a tilter now. So I wanted to go the whole live stream and not mention that, but maybe some of this has ulterior influences internal to the bloodstream, and that's why you keep on switching up. You'll say something positive about Crawford, and then you'll wipe it away. Let's listen again.
Review money, 154 Crawford side of things. Like for Terrence Crawford, you can see why he wouldn't want to stay at 147 no more to fight Jaron Boots Ennis when he can try to go up and make more history and do some things at 154. Now, if he go at 154 and take a light touch, like I said earlier in this video, and Boots is right there for some good money, some pay-per-view money, a chance to become 3-time undisputed in the 4-belt era, then that's on him. You know what I mean? If he turn that shit down, then we can cook him on that. But we just gotta wait to see who he fight and what decision that he make. Now for this other part of the video, the main reason I'm making this video, Terrence Bud Crawford, he got something against Al Haymon, bro.
What? No. We can't go back down this road again. Now, I have a question for you, Knockdown. Are you on the pay roll? Okay? Once again, are you on the pay roll? What is your position? Why are you still out here advocating for an organization that has shown to be fragmented at the time? Why are you still out here trying to project questions out to the general public on why Crawford is making business decisions, brother? What is wrong with you? Have you not seen all the boxers who has left PBC and went elsewhere, who's been let out their contract? Have you not witnessed Showtime taking flight? Yes, you've been clear for takeoff, clear for takeoff. You've been clear for takeoff. Have you not seen Showtime leave the tarmac? But yet we're still stuck on freaking Crawford? You can't be serious still talking about Crawford. Why are you, of all people, continue to advocate? Why? When look like when I speak to my colleague, you know what I'm saying? Not to bring my colleague into the equation, but he and I have had conversations a time and two, and we've asked each other this question. When are you going to cover a fight to prove your honor and glory for your Lord, your King, your Savior, your God, Al Puba? Why are you advocating for him so much, brother? I would think if I seen you at the fights with the credentials. I'm not just any credentials, but you say credentials where you can walk anywhere you want and ain't nobody bothering you, and you just getting footage after footage after footage after footage. They calling you Bigfoot Yeti because you stepping everywhere with your credentials. I haven't seen that. So why are you up here advocating for Al Puba? I haven't seen you on the payroll, man. Like, when are you attending a fight card to basically justify and talk to your listeners and say, this is why I love the PBC so much? Because when I was there, and, you know, of course I had credentials, and I was covering this particular fight right here, you know, I had a conversation. A conversation with who? The man, Al. We had a conversation. He has to be there. I just happened to spot him when I was going to pick up my credentials. And I said, hey, sir, are you? Yeah, shh. Don't say it out loud. Oh, can we have a conversation right quick? I just want to kind of get some details about some things that's going on, especially with Spence and, you know, Crawford and stuff like that. Yeah, sure. What you got? Hey, do y'all really like Crawford? Like, I know you never wanted to do business with him because he's such a bad businessman and he moved funny and shit. Did y'all ever want to do business with him? Just between me and you. Nah, fuck him. Shit. Hell no, we don't want to do business with that nigga. And we don't never want to do business with no Omaha niggas, period. Oh, that's what I thought, man. Dang, I wish I could get you on video saying that. Man, that's unfortunate. So what y'all gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, what we gonna do after he beat Arrow? Well, isn't that we can do? You know, Arrow ain't ready for the fight and this, that, and the other. So would you recommend I start talking about Boots and pumping him up? Is he gonna be with y'all for a while? I don't know, man. That nigga acting fugazi, he acting funny. You know what I'm saying? He looking us out a side eye. He ain't giving us the energy that we want. I don't know. He might be headed somewhere else, truth be told. That's what we hearing. He might be headed somewhere else. But we're going to try to keep on giving him office and hope he got then changes around. You know, yeah. Y'all need Boots, though. Please, PBC, anything you do, get boots, sign boots, sign boots. And I'm going to be online. I'm going to be advocating for you all the way down to the last hour. I don't care if I've been online for 24 hours straight and I got something in the bed waiting on me. It don't matter. It's all about you, man. My honor and my trust is to you, my Lord God, my Savior, my King. It's to you. Just get boots. All right, brother. I hear you. All right. Okay. Hey, leave me your contact. I might need an extra body in there with these credentials. You know what I'm saying? Because I like your complexion first and foremost. Yeah, you'll fit right in. You know what I'm saying? With the Hispanics and what's your ethnicity? Well, I'm Caucasian and Hispanic and Latino and all. Oh, okay. You ain't black, are you? No, because I could have sworn I heard you had a video and you was dropping the N-word. Yeah, that's my Hispanic side.
He, his team, somebody in his ear, he himself, he got something against Al Haymon, bro. Because he seems to want to fight all the Premier Boxing Champions fighters, but don't want to do business with them in order.
So what, man? Why are you even worried about him having something with Al? Why do y'all consider him your king, your Lord, your Savior, your God? Please lay your hand upon me. What's wrong with y'all cats, man? Y'all speak and do all these dang live streams talking about business. You understand me, Knockdown? Y'all talk about business all the time. But you can't sit up here and speak on business as if it excludes Bud Crawford, who is currently active, a professional fighter on the pound-for-pound list, considered to be #1, and he wants the big money fights, homie. So if that is indeed the case, why y'all keep acting like he is restricted? He's in the special ed of doing business and boxing. Just because y'all say so. Just because y'all say so. Y'all always want him to be in the special ed of boxing business. Because you all was the one holding hands just to go to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the ones who had only 11 people in your classroom. The bus was a little bit shorter than everyone else's. When you sat down, you had a custom fitted helmet. The windows a little different. You had 4 or 5 seat belts you had to lock yourself into. I'm just saying, why do y'all continue to think that this man needs to be in the good graces of PBC when other fighters have left the building, bro?
In order to do so. That's what it's starting to seem like. He wants to fight Sebastian Fundora, but he doesn't want to go through Premier Boxing Champions to do it. Instead, he wants to go get Turki Ali Gashik and try to get Turki Ali Gashik to put the money up for them and then bring Sebastian Fundora over to Saudi Arabia. What network they fighting on?
What network? We still talking about networks? Or you want to put that energy into where did PBC's network go to? And then once you complete that investigation, please post it online, do a full live stream, even have a debate about it. Maybe you can wake up a Dookie. Yo, I want to see Dookie in the debates once again. Oh, let me see Dookie. Yeah, I want to see Dookie. You know what I'm saying? Bring up Dookie so y'all can sit up here and debate about where the network went. What about the network they currently have? Why don't y'all do somewhat like an Easter egg hunt on this bitch and find out where the fight schedule's at? Because they are Amazon Prime. That's the umbrella that they under, right? So I'm waiting on the fight schedule. Y'all more concerned about what network he's going to fight. Turki Ali Gashik, they can work their own magic over there, right? Right? Right, Knockdown? They've been doing fairly decent by themselves over there. So you should pay more attention to what Sampson's been saying, what he hasn't been saying, and the direction he ain't trying to go. Because all we've been hearing, he been whining just like you. I mean, it's been one of those like barn fires when it's your last day in summer camp. Y'all niggas just sitting down there roasting goddamn glizzies and shit and saying, hey, when you get back to the rear, are you gonna let Crawford fight Fundora? No, I'm not gonna let him fight Fundora. No, he's no likable style. And oh man, thank you, man. That's music to my ears. I hate that guy for real. I do. I hate him. You shouldn't let Fundora fight him. But knockdown, Fundora's at 154, and you have to let the team do their job. If you're not a member on the payroll, if you're not filing taxes, and Premier Boxing Champion is one of the tax forms that you have, you should be very careful about how you go up here and try to advocate for a lost cause. That's all I'm trying to do, light skin. Light skin, I'm trying to give you some goddamn helpful hints, light skin. I've been covering boxing for about 2.5 months now. And I'm telling you, the shit that I've been subjected to, with people up here still trying to get Crawford to go to the PBC when he was just over there, when they faced the former face of PBC was defeated by Crawford, who himself was getting that fake love from them. They had to let Crawford go through legality. Why? Because Spence couldn't meet the terms of the freaking rematch, so they had to let him up out. Now he's out. Y'all want to act like Crawford. It's partially his culpability as to why the damn rematch didn't happen. Look, listen, bro. If y'all couldn't find Area 59 and find the clone that y'all say that was in there July 29th, y'all need to shut the hell up. If y'all can't find the clone that was up there and y'all talking about he was high, he wasn't looking the same, y'all need to find that other dude that's in Area 59, get him spun up, get his cardio up, because he's a clone, right? So he should have that Neuralink, download the data, get that nigga right, and go back and tell Al, okay, we already located the clone. We just want to bring him up here to you. He's out there shadow boxing right now. We're going to bring him in, have a little conversation. Okay? We can make this fight happen. But where's the money? What network is going to be on? That's all I'm saying. And also, Al, your Lord, my Lord, King, God, Savior, can you just shout me out, please? Just shout me out and let them know that I was the one who made this happen. That's where y'all at with it, man. Y'all on some other shit. For real, y'all want this man to go over here and be oppressed, y'all. This light skin talk. He want Crawford to sign with Al Haymon and be oppressed. He don't want him to have no freedom. When February come up, all he want to do is talk about, well, all the rest of them was free. But I know one of them ain't. He's still locked down with the PBC. Yeah, thanks to me. That nigga be spitting bars on y'all ass.
What network they fight on? If that shit would have happened. He also is doing what with Tim Tszyu. Now he got 2 avenues. Where he trying to fight Sebastian Fundora for the WBO and WBC by going by way of Turkey Ali Kashik to get them to put up the money to circumvent Premier Boxing Champions. And then what
was that word you used again? What did you say? Circumvent? That is pretty damn good. I'm impressed. Circumvent. Let's talk about circumventing. You know what I'm saying? Doing away with the bullshit. That's what Crawford is attempting to do. Circumventing. Getting straight to it, not having to do with all the collateral obstacles that's been placed in front of him. Yes, circumvent. We're not trying, even if it requires us to go and take a circuitous, winding route to get to the destination. Yes, that's the way it should be done. We don't have time for the bullshit. I'm not speaking for Team Crawford. I'm speaking for WCS. You know, you know what I'm saying? And any other supporters that might be up there that don't really care, you know, that I'm speaking in reference. But circumvent, I like that. Yes. Give him that word, circumvent. That's a healthy word when it comes to someone who's placing all these impairments, these business impairments in front of you. You know what I'm saying? And taking you through an obstacle course that they never want you to complete, first of all.
What else is he trying to do? We just got word from my homie L Boxing. He got Turkey Ali got Sheik, who wants to put up money for him to fight Tim Tszyu.
First of all, stop the cap. That information came out various other sources. I know y'all love goddamn throwing that around like that is your source of information. Okay, but stop it. That's not gonna help your cause, man. For real. You know what I'm saying? We've seen ass kissing before. That's not gonna help your cause in this. It's really not.
For the vacant WBO belt, if they make Sebastian Fundora vacated. So he wants to use his status as WBO super champion and fight Tim Tszyu, who's a premier boxing champions fighter, and he wants him to come over to Saudi Arabia.
So what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? You just used the C word. Circumvent. What's wrong with that? Are you forgetting that Crawford revisited the negotiation process after you and various other human beings on your panel thought that it was over and Al Haymon wouldn't do business? Wasn't the financiers with Showtime? You know what I'm saying? We wasn't talking about net pay anymore. Didn't he find a way to circumvent him and Arrow's manager? Find a way to circumvent the BS that was going on with trying to go with Al Haymon, who didn't want anybody else to touch it? Isn't that it? Huh? Isn't that it? He didn't want nobody else to touch it. And y'all was up here like, yeah, Crawford, he's in a rock and a hard place. He ain't gonna be able to do no business. Al Haymon don't want nobody to touch it, and rightfully so. He shouldn't have nobody touch it. What's this dude problem? What's his deal? He always moving funny. Bad for business. Bad for business, moving funny. Moving funny, bad for business. But yet he shouldn't try to circumvent and make sure he police everything he's supposed to police. Sanitize, you know what I'm saying, his trail and where he's trying to go to make sure he can revisit that. That's not cool. That's not cool for him to do. Do clean, professional business. Y'all want this man to be locked down. It's something wrong here, y'all. It's something wrong with them keep on saying what Crawford should do. It's not going to be impossible for him, especially Tim Tszyu and you know, everybody to that's associated with him, to see where the money's at. If the money has an alternate route, you have to understand their knockdown is that Al is all about the money. And Turk Al-Sheikh, he has enough money that will influence that of Al Haymon, your Lord, your King, your Savior, your God. Influence him too. Why? Because if he's a PBC fighter, you already know who's going to get that percentage, that light skin. You know that? He's going to get his percentage regardless if he ain't touching it or not. Only thing has to happen, he's only allowing certain fighters to have approval. What I want you all to do is try to find out why y'all giving Crawford so much power to not allow you to do certain things. That man can't be that powerful, but yet y'all consider him to be so weak. He can't be both. He can't be both, goddammit.
So that he can circumvent Al Haymon and Premier Boxing Champions again. What is up with this war that he's waging against them, bro?
What is up with the war that you all waged against him? Let's talk about that. Little as it is, you all attempted to wage a war last year, 23, 22, 21. You didn't have shit to do during the pandemic. Y'all was up here, oh man, I can't go nowhere. I want to talk about Crawford. All y'all did was come up with bullshit with Crawford. That's all you did during the pandemic. You want to talk about bullshit with Crawford all the time. Y'all was up here comparing Crawford to COVID. You was trying to say, who do I hate most? COVID or Crawford? Crawford, COVID, Crawford, Crawford. They was putting up polls on the YTC. Who do y'all like most? COVID or Crawford? COVID. Why are you sitting up here trying to get people to lean heavy to join this parade, bro? What is wrong with you? Why are you feeling some type of way because he's unwilling to do business again? You're acting like he ain't never did business with the man. What? He's supposed to lock himself. Look, light skin. He's supposed to lock himself down to Al Heyman and still be in a predicament? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Do I need to hire a dragoman to figure this out so they can interpret this business talk for both of us? I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted that you and a surplus of others continue to think that you want to see Crawford locked into Al Heyman. Then, once he locks himself down to Al Heyman, y'all still dog him out. Y'all still dog him out. It's always something wrong. He did this wrong. He did that. Y'all are never satisfied when it comes to this dude. It don't matter. You up here talking about why he want to wage a war with PB. Why do you care? Are you putting on the uniform, lacing boots, and marching to the tune? PBC, you know me. Her left, her left, her left, right, her lay up, her left, her left, her left, right, her lay up. Platoon, halt, laugh, his salute. Your king, your God, your savior.
You would I mean, they got him the most money that he ever made.
Excuse me? Who is they? Excuse me? Compromiso. Amigo? Again, what? They? Who is they? Be more specific. Because I know we ain't talking about Al Heyman. You trying to say they got him the most money he ever made. Say again. One more again, please.
Biggest fight of his life he did over there. Something up with them negotiations to where they don't like what he did and he don't like what they did, and they waging a war right now, and it's the worst kept secret in boxing, in my opinion, bro.
No, it's not the worst kept secret. You know what I'm saying? It's only talked about amongst the light-skinned people, the ones who wants to put out agitprop to the people and make them believe there's a war going on other than the war that's supposed to be taking place in the ring. And therefore, I say once again, that light skin, it would be good if you all can put your minds together, right? Only use 2 or 3, just 2 or 3, not even no more than that. Put your thought process together, come up with a plan as to why you continue to concern yourselves with an organization that you are not employed with. You are just remotely attaching yourself to this because you feel there's some type of umbilical cord history, like someone in the PBC gave birth. No one over there gave birth. Okay, they might have dropped through the orphanage a time or two and say, you know what, that light skinned nigga over there, goddamn, peeking out from up under the covers. What's his name? How long he been here? Let's bring him over here. We need some janitors. Bring him over. We need some janitors to help clean the place up on the West Wing. How long you been here? Okay. All right. I mean, that's the only thing I can see, bro. Why are you out here acting like a freaking YTC politician and talking about there's a war going on and people don't know about? Bro, what are you talking about?
In my opinion, if you follow the sport intensely, like I do.
Oh, to the listeners that's in the chat, I hope you all follow the sport as intensely as he does. Real talk. That's what I wanted to brief y'all about. Those of you that follow does, y'all. No matter your skin tone, you have the right to follow the sport intensely. Don't ever put yourself on a lower level like you're a casual or temporary boxing fan. You need to make sure your metric of intensity, the volume, is always turned up so you can get the respect that you need as a light-skinned boxing fan in life. You know what I'm saying? Look. Unlike them, I already figured out a plan for those of you that want to try to basically be more accepted. I got a full crate of Sammy Sosa specials. I got the cream in stock. For those of you that want to goddamn be different in 24, I got the cream. I'm selling it for the low. Real talk.
You should see this shit, man. It's something going on where he trying to pivot and he trying to make moves. They trying to pivot and they trying to make moves and they.
Sounds like a basketball game to me. Sounds like boxing matches every now and then. There are pivots that consist in this sport, but what does that have to do with business, though? What does that have to do with business? Pivoting. I mean, there's been fighters who pivot away from the PBC because they wasn't getting fights. What's the pivot about? Is the pivot illegal now? Do you have to do a Euro step after you pivot or before you pivot?
Trying to outmaneuver each other to where Bud Crawford's like, I want this shit and this is how I want it and you gonna give it to me how I want it, or I'm gonna go find a way to get it without you, and your fighter's still gonna have to fight me. And Premier Boxing Champions is like, well shit, if you want these fights, we'll give you these fights and shit, but you gonna have to sign up to us.
Here it is. That plantation talk, y'all. That is right there. Is it just me? You know, as I look under this title, it says 17 hours ago. I thought we was done with this shit. Real talk, I thought we was done talking about you have to sign, you have to sign. Did he not already be, was he not over there already, goddammit? Was he not over there? Is it just me? Was he not over there, or were you wearing Eclipse shades? Did you not see? He was over there for the biggest fight in boxing. He lost. And he chose to activate and then escape. That's what he did. He activated and then he escaped. Yes, he decided I need surgery after punching my passport. Maybe the passport punched him back in the eye. He had the cataracts. I don't freaking know. But the man didn't want that Crawford smoke in the rematch. And you have the audacity to still be on topic about signing? What is up with y'all, man? What is going on with y'all? Y'all somewhat infatuated. Have y'all became Crawford stalkers that you want to see this man bounded, gagged, hung from a tree? Just to sign a contract that he's not healthy with, he's not benefiting from on the back end of his career? I don't get it, bro. Something's terribly wrong with this situation. It's almost like y'all have a vendetta against him.
And it's causing us as fight fans, honestly, bro, to miss out on some good fights. Like, in a perfect world as a fight fan, why can't we get Errol Spence versus Tim Tszyu, Sebastian Fundora versus Terrence Crawford, and then the two winners fight each other?
Because you have these individuals that's not pushing for that dynamic to happen. They don't want to see it. They're not really putting Errol Spence's name out there, you know what I'm saying, to fight this fighter next and all that. All they was happy to see him in Vegas, goddammit. That's all. They was jumping up and down. They was freaking goddamn reaching in the fridge, reaching behind the pantry and grabbing that goddamn old scotch, you know what I'm saying, getting some whiskey, and they was celebrating. They was getting a fine strand. Yeah, nigga. There he is. There he is, the truth. The truth is that motherfucker, man. Goddamn, he about to take over again, nigga. Yeah, he down, man. Crawford fucked over again. I mean, it didn't work out the way you thought it would be, bro. Seriously, it didn't work out the way you thought it was going to be. People are not advocating for Crawford to fight this fighter and that fighter. And if they do, it's all because they believe that he will lose. Somehow Crawford has placed these haters in the glitch. They're still standing still. They're standing still, hoping that they can see something and say, you know what? I want to see Crawford fight that guy. Because deep down inside, I don't think he can beat that guy. And then they said, well, he beat pound for pound best. I don't even want to talk about him. F him. You know, you have people that don't like Spence right now. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't show out the 29th. He didn't show out, y'all. He didn't get the job done. A lot of people lost money, they lost their integrity, and they lost their channels when they deactivate them. They lost a lot of friends that day. You know what I'm saying? And then it make it even worse. Every now and then they want to be curious to see what WCS got to say about it, and then they hit the volume button and they just get more depressed. Real talk, they just get more depressed. Ain't nobody out here trying to advocate for Crawford in that equation. Oh, want the winner face each other. That's in a perfect world, like you said, in the perfect fantasy world. But boxing don't do fantasy, bro. Boxing do reality. All that fantasy shit, it really don't come to fruition.
Then the two winners fight each other, bro. And if you want to split up the belts and make them both for belts, that's cool. Tim Tszyu, Terrence Crawford for the vacant WBO. Sebastian Fundora, Earl Spence for the WBC. Two winners fight each other in a unification.
Or you can fight one fighter for both. Just like he did for Errol. He fought him for the IBF, WBC, and WBA. Maybe he doesn't have to split the belts in half and fight two fights to get two belts. Maybe he can fight one fight for two belts. Work smarter. Come on, you know the rest.
What's up? And as a fight fan, I know that the best way for me to get that, it's only one missing link, bro. Fundora's over there with PBC. Earl's over there with PBC. Tim Tszyu is over there with PBC. Bud, just take your ass over there, man.
See, there we go. There you go, y'all. You can hear the anger in his voice. Boy, you can hear the influence that Bud Crawford, that Omaha Monster, has on these cats, especially the light-skinned dudes. Because truth be told, when he talk about it's a war being waged, it's a race war. Real talk. You got the light-skinned blacks that don't like the dark-skinned blacks. For real. And I'm not saying allegedly this might be one of the co-founders. You know what I'm saying? But he said, take your ass over there, man, get your ass over there and do what I told you to do. You know what I'm saying? He speak on that subordinate talk. You know what I'm saying? He speak down and dogmatic on somebody. You know, and Crawford is the one who's going in there and fighting. You know, so when it comes down to that, when you act like you're trying to derive a plan, a beneficial plan that's gonna pretty much appease both sides of the fan base, Crawford and whoever he faces. That's not the case, man. People find it disingenuous. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the way I see it. When you come up with all these freaking semi-tournament style fights, the winners, they fight each other. You're not doing it for the best interest of Crawford. What you really want to say is, hey, I want somebody to fight him that can beat his ass. If you can't beat his ass, I don't even want to talk about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to talk about it, nigga. If you can't beat his ass, don't come talking that shit to me. I want somebody in there that can beat his ass. Right now, the selection process is very minimal. I'm being honest, very minimal, y'all. But you heard how he say, take your ass over there like you're a little boy. I'm telling you, light skin got some tendencies that need to be concerned up here. I'm telling you, remove the shades in the hat, man, and goddamn give him a facial wash. That beard probably got in the same color as Canelo's hair. He probably a redhead nigga, man, for real. Red hair, red skin. I'm telling you, it's a reason why he wear all them caps. You know what I'm saying? He don't work to change his voice to sound like a brother. And I already got on him before in the past. I say, man, you don't supposed to be using the N-word now. Next, you're going to be trying to call Crawford out his name, and he have to file a freaking grievance.
Just take your ass over there. But he trying to touch some of that Saudi Arabia money.
And he shouldn't. He should touch every bit of it that he can get, bro. Only the haters don't want that man to eat.
And you can't fault the man for wanting to payday and all that shit. I understand that. But what you can say is, bruh, you ain't going to get these fights. Because just like you maneuvering and wiggling and finagling and doing that shit.
Here we go again. For moving and finagling. Managling and maneuvering. You know what I'm saying? For moving and finagling. That's what Crawford brings to the table when it comes to this conversation of trying to do proper boxing business. They say he's finagling. He's maneuvering. That's incredible. You're complaining about what boxers do all the time. You're complaining about what we do in real life. If we've been working with an employer for quite some time, we definitely want to go to the table and negotiate properly if we get promoted. It's always about making more. You know, it's going to benefit you, the family, anybody else that may depend on you, right, for that support. But when it comes to Crawford, the way y'all put this man out to pasture, y'all keep on going out there like you want to put him in a slow death. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you did enough criticism for him to be a lame, a gimp, and he ain't able to move around the way because y'all sit up there and beat him up with your words. But listen, y'all need to take clear understanding that sometimes your hate ain't enough. Maybe y'all need to confront Crawford in person. Maybe all that get active shit, that light skin, it don't work. Maybe y'all need to show up and confront him and tell him, hey, this is what you need to do. I please put it out that you all gonna confront him at his next fight, and you all gonna tell him what he need to do. Because you have a problem with him finagling and maneuvering and trying to get the best deal possible for himself and his team. Please let me know, Shawty. Let me know how that worked, light skin.
Shit that only Bud Crawford will do and tries to do, just like you doing that shit, they gonna get to doing that shit too. And that's what you're seeing right now with, oh, he broke his nose. He ain't gonna be ready till November.
It's always that way, right? Crawford gets punished from PBC. It's always that way. That's why they doing what they doing to you. They freezing you out. Man, this is people who call themselves hardcore box that want to get on other people's panels and go against them, against everybody in the YTC that has a problem with, you know, the one debate and all that. This is a person, you know, the want to talk about debate series, bro. Real talk. Come on, man. You tilting too much. You're tilting too much, bro, because I can't understand how every time Crawford is the name of the topic, you always say there's a vendetta out for him because he's being punished. He's being ostracized because he's not following the plan. He's supposed to get in line, shut up, head and eye straight to the front, and don't say a word and move when you see the person in front of you move. Until then, you don't say nothing. You speak unless spoken to. You don't speak unless spoken to. I mean, where did this civility come from, y'all? It's like Crawford, man, the way they look at him, it's like he can't do shit that's beneficial to him, that's healthy for him. He's always being punished. Oh, that's why they ain't gonna do this. That's why Al Hammond ain't gonna do this business. And that's why, like, it's one way. How do y'all live your own life, man? I mean, the car you in seems like, you know, it's not a Chevrolet Spark. It might be an upgrade or something. I don't know. The dog seemed to be in the back. You know what I'm saying? For me, you know, good you don't have the window down. I think he would have jumped out that bitch already. But y'all need to stop hating on Crawford like that.
Forcing you to either stay out the ring forever for a year and a half and wait on him.
See, here we go. Forcing you to stay out the ring for a year and a half. You notice every time they prognosticate something about Crawford, it's always bad. It's always the ominous talk. They want to make it a reoccurring thing to let you all know, hey, I may not be dropping aspersions about Crawford or saying, you know, some defamatory remarks about him, but I'm going to subliminally let you know I don't like him. I don't like him.
Or go ahead and fight somebody else. That's all it is, bro. And then they also trying to make the WBO like, how you gonna strip our fighter when he got injured in the fight? Here's his paperwork. Y'all gotta wait. You can't just strip him. So they playing the games that he playing.
So they playing the games he playing. We just seen Crawford get stripped of the IBF when he was locked into a contract that was attached to who? All because Errol Spence wanted to delay and tiptoe and basically neglect his priorities to prepare himself for a rematch. He waited till 2024 to somehow, some way get looked at for surgery. But it's no word on that, really, right? Now we're at a whole nother topic, like you just heard Light Skin talk about. You know what I'm saying? We're on a whole nother topic, y'all. The same language, the same protocol, the same venom all the time. Listen to him, y'all. Listen.
Paperwork. Y'all gotta wait. You can't just strip them.
Yeah, y'all gotta work. You just can't strip him because they say so. You just can't strip him. He got an injury. You just can't strip him. You just can't strip him, y'all. What did the IBF just do? They stripped Crawford. He hadn't even been a champion 120 days after he won the titles. They stripped him. They're going to say, oh, no, he grandfathered Errol Spence's mandatory. He had to do that. You can't, it ain't the same. But what are you talking about right now, though? You saying that Sebastian Fundora's situation it has so many legal documentations to prevent them from being stripped? Like the protocol is different. They have certain defense mechanisms that's contractually there to prevent a sanctioning body from making this fight. They want to get paid. Hell yeah, they want to get paid.
So they playing the games that he playing. Like, yo, come sign with us, or we can just have Sebastian Fundora fight Earl.
This is how AI
But if you take this 2-fight deal that we offered you, Jermell Charlo, Erickson Lubin, we can throw a belt in there somehow, and then maybe we can revisit you and Earl after both of y'all have a couple more fights.
You see how he talking? Don't he sound like a plantation owner? I wonder what he driving at. I guarantee you, he driving on a dirt road, y'all. I guarantee you there's probably something attached to the back of his vehicle that has some black people in it, something. The way he talking, yeah, you take this 2-fight deal, your Jermell Charlo and Erickson Lubin, and then we'll throw you Charlo on the back end or whatever. I mean, Errol Spence on the back end, whatever. Yeah, whatever we want to give you. We give you 70-30. We give you 80-20, 90-10, 95-5. That's what we'll give you. They ain't just talking with that tobacco. And goddamn, we give them what we give them. We run things over here. You think somebody that's going on 37 years of age, on their way out their career, want to take the advice? They want to take your advice? Take the fight we give you. Jermell Charlo showed no signs, bro. In order to get him to even identify that, hey, ask him a question. Okay, clear. You got to put a defibrillator on that dude to get him to speak on Terrence Crawford's name, to get him to take the fight. So once again, y'all saying that it's Crawford's fault because he won't sign with the PBC, and one of the names you're throwing up there is Jermell Charlo? He already called him out. Jermell Charlo was basically whining just like you all the way up to when he became an official member of the Boxing Track and Field Athletic Association, the way he ran from Canelo, and you both sitting up here and you acting like he didn't try to call Crawford out after that dismal performance. Not only that, you want him to fight Erickson Lubin? What are you supposed to get from Erickson Lubin? Does Erickson Lubin have a belt at 154? Last time I checked, I didn't see any of those vacant titles with Erickson Lubin name. Oh, so you want him to just tread in place. I get it. You want him to become a boxing static display, homie. That's it. You don't want him to get no titles. But early in the live, this may be blood alcohol, something. You were saying that if he want to move up to 54 and continue to build upon his legacy, I don't fault him for that. But now you're reverting back to, you know what I'm saying? You reverting back to the dirt roads. You acting like you don't want to see this man move up to 154 and it's all good. You say, oh man, he should sign with the PBC and Jamel Charlo and Erickson Lubin. This man is trying to get titles. He ain't trying to get a title and defend without getting another title and another title. This man is trying to add another layer, and that's a thick layer. 3 times undisputed the right way at a higher division. Not 3 times undisputed in the division that he's already claimed. He's already sanitized that. You know what I'm saying? Pine oil, 409, turpentine. He used all the cleaning agents available. He's already wiped out that division, white gloved it. When you white glove a division, you don't have to return to it. For what? To put another fighter's blood on the canvas? That canvas has been since removed from the T-Mobile massacre. You want another canvas to put down there in the same division? Come on, man. Y'all will be protesting Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Bad for the sport. Bad for the sport. Bad for the sport. Bad for the sport. And then we'll be across from y'all saying, Bud for the sport. Bud for the sport. A Bud for the sport.
And then y'all can have a big going away party, going away fight or whatever. So you can clearly see the pawns moving, the shit shifting, and all of that shit. But for me, I don't understand why the logical boxing fan won't just be like, bro, this is a lot for no reason. Cause see, a lot of y'all care about people, how much they make and their pockets and shit. I only talk the business of boxing to talk about why I'm getting fights and why I'm not getting fights and who should compete.
Oh, shit. I didn't think could be abused like that. You know, he said, I only talk business. Well, like, once again, this can be somewhat of a state of hallucination. Once again, I asked the question, are you a employee? Are you attached to the roster? If so, you need to get that jacket that I got. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me turn on the camera and show you. You know what I'm saying? You need that PBC special. When they was with Fox, when they was with Showtime. You know what I'm saying? That is a collector's item now. But what I'm saying is that you're making it seem like that you don't really get into the numbers and everything. And I remember I used to hear so much on what Crawford don't rate to fight, what money he shouldn't get, the percentage that he shouldn't get, and the percentage that he should get. Oh, y'all talked about numbers all the time. Y'all was happy-go-lucky talking about that shit. Hand you a popsicle and say, hey, go out there and stay for like 6 hours and talk about Crawford. Okay. They won't even come back for 6 hours. They be out there in the blazing heat talking about Crawford. Well, I'll take that back. I'll take that back. The brown to dark skin men would be in the heat. You know what I'm saying? Light skin would be over there in the shade. You know what I'm saying? And with the sunscreen on. I'm just being honest. That's what it is. That's what I see.
Capitulating who should compromise and all this shit. And for me, bro, the oddball is Bud Crawford. Take your ass over there, bro, so we can get what we want.
That's the 3rd time he said take your ass over there. This is the telltale sign that this man still has vengeful type energy towards Bud Crawford. And it all deals from the internal out. Real talk. What you put into your body that causes you to express yourself outwardly. You know what I'm saying? The narratives that you're pushing. This has to stop. This type of damn behavior has to stop. You know what I'm saying? You sound extremely belligerent off something you can't fix, light skin. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you a scenario, light skin, that'll make you see this in different. What Crawford did July 29th cannot be changed. All right? Put it this way, light skin. What Crawford did July 29th cannot be changed. It is recorded. It is etched in boxing history. It goes down in the boxing annals. Do you understand me? Now, let me tell you what can be changed. Going to the tanning booth, okay? And basically lowering 3 or 4 or 5 shades and see what it's like to walk around here as a black man in boxing and in life. then you will see what we have to deal with. Okay. Right now, I don't think you're really relating to what we got going on here. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? That complexion can change. I know you. When I talk about that, it brings chills to you because there's no way in hell I ever want to be a black man, and I just don't want to do it. They have to go through so much, and then I lose my job in the process. Why does he keep on mentioning who I am? And I'm just telling you, the way you talk, you almost talk about Crawford like you dictating what plantation he's supposed to work on. Like, take your ass over there. What's wrong with you, brother? It seems like you're raging a war against the dark-skinned fighter in Omaha, Nebraska. Something isn't meshing correctly. Like I said before, I don't have VADA with me. I can't test your blood and alcohol, to see if there's other type of influences. I don't know what you got in the goddamn cup holder when you're driving down the dirt road. I don't know. I don't know why you keep on talking this way about Bud. But he's a grown-ass man like you, bro. Y'all need to chill. Y'all need to come up with some with suitable plans. Put your minds together. Target the molecular level. Challenge your neurological system. If it's gray areas in there that haven't been lit up in a while, hey, put some ice on your head. It's been known. You know what I'm saying? Go in there and cryotherapy and do inverted cryotherapy. Don't put your feet in first. Tell them, hey, I want to go in head first. So, because I'm trying to really, pop those gray areas and get some healthy colors like green, yellow, red. Something ain't going on correctly, bro.
You have a much better chance getting a unification fight at 154 against Sebastian Fundora, or getting a vacant shot with Tim Tszyu if Fundora is forced to vacate the belt because he can't fight. You have a much better shot at accomplishing your goals at 154 if you just go sign to the people that got all the things that you want at 154 pounds. And then as a fight fan, I win. Bud Crawford, Tim Tszyu, Sebastian Fundora, Earl Spence, sign me up. Bud Crawford, Sebastian Fundora, Earl Spence, Tim Tszyu, sign me up.
No, we don't need to sign you up. You've already spoken from the outside in. That's the only place you need to be. We don't need to sign you up to have access. We already know that you are not an avid member of Credentials. So therefore, when you should have been on the inside, you chose to be not just on the outside, but from afar. I want to give you credit if you was a little bit closer covering fights, but I can't. So what I'm hearing coming from you is basically regular. You know what I'm saying? It's regular shit. It's basic. You know what I'm saying? This is what we expect from onliners. The onliners get comfortable and they want to bark about what should be done and all that when they don't have one picture in person with the fighter that they covered. They're incapable of getting permission. You know what I'm saying? You know how when we was younger, we had to take those permission slips back home and have our parents sign them? Well, imagine if you have graduated and since, you're in your 40s right now, and you still have to submit that permission slip. And it says, I want to go to the boxing. And you have to turn that in yourself. I want to attempt to go to a boxing match for the first time. And you have to submit that. And then the process you submitting, you get freaking ridiculed, you get reprimanded, and you get a spanking. Because you weren't supposed to submit that paperwork at all, and you're still doing it. That's called repeated behavior. That's called juvenility. You're not following simple instructions. You don't have permission. You only have one in the chain of command that you have to go to, and it's always, no, damn it. It's not in the budget. So I'm looking at it like, if you was just going, if you had covered some fights, let's just say 5 at least. You know what I'm saying? 5 at least. You know what I'm saying? So if you cover 5 fights, no matter who they are, then maybe I'll say, okay, well, you can talk about this subject, that subject, and all that. But that's not the case, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's not the case for you to be mad. You're mad from afar. You're disgruntled from afar. And I'm curious to know, like, when have you been mad going into your pockets and using your own money to arrange a flight, hotel stay, food, have to go out here and fish for interviews and see what's going on with the fight schedule, get ready for the presser, stand in line with the media, take your seat, stay there, the entire presser, submit media content out to the public and those who support you, okay? Get up in the morning, possibly do some interviews again, go be on time for the weigh-ins, complete that, distribute content out to your listeners, subs, whoever. Speak with certain people or not. You might go to your room and do lives from your room just to build up the super chats that you're losing on fight week. And then turn around and go to fight night. Stay there all the way to 10:30, 11 o'clock. Covering the fight. Go back after it's all over with. If you're a real vet, you might go to the post-fight presser. I mean, if you was mad at that because, you know what I'm saying, is you're still tired from coming back from a fight, happen to catch your flight out early the next morning, depending on what footprint you in, then I can see why you upset about this. But you have no reason to be mad at Crawford or anybody else because you, my friend, don't cover fights. So you're trying to be extra angry about sitting in your living room. Isn't that considered a house as a home? You at HOME. Why? How can you be mad about anything? How can you be so angry with Crawford? There's other content creators that have to book their flights, hotel, and they have to go on a freaking excursion the whole fight week. Step upon step after step. They be marching the whole damn time, getting content, interviews, getting in media scrums, all that shit. But you have the angry birds just flying around at home. Oh, I'm thirsty. Please, excuse me, can you pour me another drink, please? Yeah. I'm a little parched. I'm a little parched. And also, can I have a sandwich salami on rye, please? Yes, with some provolone. Yeah. It's nice when you in the comfort of your own home and you have to go through all that, you're tired, and then maybe your favorite fighter lost that fight or whatever the case may be, then get back on the flight, go all the way home and get reacclimated with whoever's there. Man, come on, bro. Man, you're angry about the wrong thing. The way you talking about Crawford don't make any sense, bro. You should not have that energy for that man and say, take your ass over here. No, you take your ass to a fight. God damn it. It's enough of this pointing the finger and directing traffic when you ain't been in traffic, nigga. Go to a fight. Go to a freaking fight. Get up and go to a fight so you can know what it's like. There's plenty of cats on here that can direct you, if they choose to, on what to expect. But ultimately, you have to take that step and go to a fight so you will know what to expect and what's like. Until then, you can't get on here and be talking reckless to these boxers, and you in the comfort of your own home. Whenever you want to go on a tilting mission, all you got to do is go to the fridge. You don't have to go out there and buy expensive food in somebody else's city. So why are you so mad and angry at Crawford? And he's the boxer, and you haven't seen that man in perfect person. It's not even you in Texas, and I haven't seen one picture with EJ. I mean, how can you not attend fights in your own city, at least one? You could have got with IOTBA and say, hey, I know it's you wasn't expecting this, dog, but is there any way that the Spit Bucket Podcast got an extra credential for me, dog? I mean, you just give me the credential, I can do the rest, bro. I'm light skinned. You know how we do. They'll let me in, bro. I don't care. It can be the blue, the red, or the yellow credential. It don't matter. I'm gonna get full access to them. You know how it is. You could have got with anybody. They could have told you what it is in Texas. Y'all cats are in Texas, and y'all are online in the fight as the fight card is being played out on the network. And y'all get on here and talk about networks. What network you gonna be? No. What fight card are you signed up for? Who gives a fuck about the network? What's your fight? What's the next fight you going to? That's in your backyard. When can we see you in there covering fighters and doing interviews and shit like that instead of being online? I'll like to give a shout out. Yes, thanks for the super chat. Thanks for everybody who support. Man, I hate that Crawford though. For real. I know this off topic, but I just thought I'd bring it up for the fight card start. He should take his ass over there and sign with Al Heyman for a couple of fights, man. You know what I'm saying? I do this. Me against the world. I debate anybody. I'll debate 1,000 people at one time. But I won't go to one motherfucking fight. I'll debate you about boxing till the sun up and sun down. But I won't go to one fight. I would goddamn be mad and disgruntled and argue with everybody for hours upon hours upon hours upon hours upon hours upon hours till the clock get tired. But I won't go to one MFing fight, goddammit. I won't go to one MFing card and try to cover that bitch by myself. You know what I'm saying? I am a what you call an online vet because I want to make sure I'm being able to seize every super chat that comes up there. But well, you can do like your compeers. You can go to the fight and basically hunker down in your room and do a live stream while the fight is going on. You know what I'm saying? If you're not able to get credentials. I mean, with all the content you have available on your channel, you should be able to at least submit for one credential until you get approved. Just submit. Just put the request in so we can actually know that you have permission to leave the residential area. If you can't do that, stop talking about what Crawford should do.
Sebastian Fundora, Tim Zoo rematch, Bud Crawford, Jamel Charlo, winners fight each other. Sign me the fuck up.
No, sign you a credential.
All of these possibilities only become possible if the man goes where I'm telling y'all he should go.
I'm telling you to go to the fight and get a credential.
But y'all too big. Y'all want to see Bud Crawford versus Bakram Murtazaliev or some shit.
I want to see you with a credential.
Israel Madrimov. Madrimov ain't a bad fighter. Bakram, I think he the weakest link of the champions.
Credential.
Based on his performance in his last fight against the German dude, K. He didn't look good up until the stoppage. He looked real basic. Madrimov got some movement, got some skills, got some angles, got some power, got some shit to his game. Bakram Murtazaliev, straight up and down, Eastern European 1-2, high guard, lean straight back, fights long behind his jab, not fast, feet flat, just look like food.
Credential.
She looked like food at the top level, bro. K was doing damage to his ass until he finally stopped him. He just happened to be bigger and taller and longer than that dude. So
credential.
His size saved him in that fight. Y'all want to see that just so you can say, Bud Crawford unified. Bud Crawford became a champion. Man, I'm trying to get these fights, bro.
Credential. You should be trying to get a credential. That's what you should be trying to get. A credential. You can't be talking about what Crawford fans are wanting if you're not trying to get a credential. To the knockdown 68 iPad pager fans and his supporters, please donate for him, because credentials don't cost anything. It's just administrative paperwork that has to be submitted. But booking your flight does. Your lodging does. Unless you plan on cruising the street in a drop top and showing everybody where they super chats is going in a rental. You know what I'm saying? Real frontliners don't worry about the vehicles they in. They just pretty much go in there to get the content and then, you know, have a productive fight week and get back to normal business. But what we want you to do is get a credential. A credential.
And him trying to circumvent Premier Boxing Champions, treating it like it's a war, treating it like he got to fight the man and shit, bro. You're not going to get no fights that way.
And if you don't submit for a credential, you're not going to get anything approved. Let's stop with the raging war and putting all these tags on Crawford. He's doing what he's supposed to do. But one thing you haven't did is prove to the people that I think your number of debates up here is like 46,600,012. I think 600,212. You've had all the debates and not one credential to cover a boxing match. What kind of percentage is that? What kind of percentage is that? I'm about to goddamn put an anonymous letter into commission. You need to be placed on suspension. You up here frauding the people, you know, acting like you know everything about what Bud Crawford should be doing from Omaha. But in Texas, that big boxing footprint you got, you can't get one credential. All the content creators, you in the presence of the GOAT. Get with him. He's right in your backyard. Get with him. Period. Get with Shaw News. Maybe he can tell you certain avenues and help you out. Maybe he can, you know, give you a consultation, you know, with a fee, of course. You know what I'm saying? But maybe he can take you through the freaking step-by-step process of getting the credentials. You need to become certified, not just one credential. You need to get up to at least 5 good solid fights of you basically going and getting that card yourself. That's all goal right there. That's the end game. Getting you a credential.
They gonna have Fundora drop that goddamn belt. They gonna tell Tim Tszyu we gonna give you the Fundora rematch. The only way any of this is gonna work for Bud Crawford is if one of them guys that he trying to fight decides, fuck without Heyman talking about I'm going over here to fuck with the Saudis.
One thing we know is that maybe somebody can pretty much reach out to Turk al-Sheikh and have him send a letter through the administrative logistics department in Texas and get this man a credential. That will circumvent critics like myself. But when you get on here and talk all this hard boxing on what Crawford's next move should be, no, we want to see you take a selfie with a credential on with your name and whatever your brand is. We want to see you actually cover a fight and stop trying to act like everything consists of online practices. No, you need on-site practices. Not just online, you need on-site practices. You need to get on board because a lot of this you talking, we don't believe. You don't cover fights.
It's the only way that shit gonna happen, bro, is if Tim Tszyu like, man, fuck it, they offering me a bag, I can't refuse. I'm just gonna go over here, Al. Sorry.
The IRS deadline is here.
He has to hope that somebody does a Earl Spence, bro. Goes against what they're advising him to do and gives into his unreasonable demands, bro.
No, let's talk about unreasonable. It's unreasonable for you to attempt to provide anyone with advice when you haven't covered a fight. Maybe by the time this live stream ends, and I tell you, you need a credential, maybe those individuals that you consider yourselves friends with, they will all chip in together to assist you with flight arrangements. You know what I'm saying? Lodging. All the costs that a frontliner can provide information to you that you're going to need during fight week. If you can't do that, you need to stop going over here barking commands and what fighters should be doing, because you cover the sport far, far away, nestled in the corner of whatever, the basement, the closet, or whatever, next to a so-called glass of hydration. That's what I would call it. You know what I'm saying? So you need to stop trying to talk about what all these other fighters doing and need to do, and hold yourself accountable for being an onliner with a big mouth that don't cover fights.
Because the PBC was like, look, I know we trying to make this fight, but the shit he asking for, he wants you to give up money. He wants you to give up all your A-side concessions just so you'll fight him, bro. It ain't worth it. Earl said, fuck.
I'm asking for you to give up that corner next to the window, close your PC down, grab a suitcase or a gym bag, get an itinerary, book your flight, because you are getting super chats from what I've witnessed. Ask permission to dip into the budget and get a fight under your belt with a credential. I say that again. I'm providing you with the gems that you need, the step-by-step process. I can't hold your hand and get it done, but from afar, there's certain things you're missing about a fight card. You're sitting up here rah-rah-rahing about, and talking to fighters all reckless and telling what they should be doing, when you should be telling yourself, okay, how can I be official in this game? How can I be something more than just a onliner with a bad habit for throwing tantrums? You know what I'm saying? Just throwing tantrums for no reason. I can leave that area and get into a fight like you're supposed to and get a credential.
Fuck that, I'm fighting him anyway. He has to hope that somebody else is willing to do that. He has to hope that either Tim Tszyu or Sebastian Fundora is willing to do that, because if they not, then he gonna get boxed out, bro.
See, you're not boxed out. You just choose to stay in a box. You're not boxed out. You have freedom to open that door like you are now, driving, and drive to a local fight card and cover it. That's all. I've been tired of these mouthpieces that's online speaking on boxing as if they are the Bible. They're the author of the boxing Bible. You're not writing anything that nobody's paying attention to. Yeah, you can say I'm using my voice and it's less expensive than me going outside the confines of my own home and showing it to a fight. Sure, it's called being lazy. It's called being lazy, where you want to prove to people, hey, can't nobody out debate me. I'm the best debater online. Go to a fight. Request a credential. You're not going to grow. I mean, you seem like you want to be, you're going to be in this until you're in your 60s anyway. So you might want to start now. You know what I'm saying? You should be 60 in about, I'll say 10 to 12 years anyway. So you should start now. You should put in that administrative work and get a credential so the real hardcore subscribers on here can really start paying attention and say, oh, shit, let me subscribe. Now I see him out there at the fight cards. No, not on here talking crazy to boxers, talking crazy about boxers, trying to provide some type of advice like they supposed to go to you for freaking consultation. And you know what I'm saying? They supposed to go to you as for mentorship and all that. No, brother, they not hiring you to do nothing. You want that man to go over there and be locked in and be boxed out. Just like you said, y'all want him to be boxed out. That's why you keep on talking about it. You can't change July 29th, so you keep talking about shit that's never going to happen. All y'all shit is fantasy. Vengeful fantasy. That's it. Vengeful fantasy. That's it. That's how y'all roll.
Because they already offered him a fight. They offered him Jamel. I heard that they offered him Tim Tszyu and he turned them down too. Yeah, word on the curb is that he had to offer to fight Tim.
Word on the curve, y'all. Give it up for rhyming and word on the curve. What is word at the air terminals when you have to check your bag in? What is that? Or are you taking a carry-on? What's that word like? What's that word like for real? How long you have left on your flight until you touch down into where the boxing match is going on? What's the word on the curve when you get the notification now that you're able to check in to your hotel? What's that word like? You go check in, you put your bags up and everything, you settle down, and then you hit the road. Or better yet, you might go live from your room and for the rest of the night. I don't know, because I've never seen you at a fight, brother. I never seen you at a fight. So all this stuff you talking about, oh, they offer him Jermell Charlo. What do we hear Jermell Charlo say all the time? He was bitching and complaining. They offer him Tim Tszyu. Bro, if he's gonna get the fight with in the sandbox with the Saudis, and it's way more than he would have got with that BS that he would have had to deal with over there at PBC, then who's smarter? Why do y'all niggas live a double life? Y'all talk that talk that you wouldn't talk in the comfort of your own home, but you spew that rhetoric out here to the people who's supposed to be supporting you via monetary donations. I'm done talking about this cat. I'm done talking about this cat, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Knockdown. Why did you even come over here and start talking? I thought you said, hey, man, I'm out of here, man. Whoever support this, y'all better unsubscribe. Why are you in my chat again? Huh, Stray? When are you going to get a credential? When are you going to get your ass a credential? That's all I want to say. It took you a whole year to return. I should call you Machiavelli. It took you a whole year to return, and you still angry like you was the first time. You know what I'm saying? You don't go to no fights. I know it hurt me to say that, but you don't go to no fights, and you be out here talking reckless to fighters. No respect, no regard for what they do in the ring. One of the toughest hurt business there is. But you stay online talking ill will about freaking Crawford all the time and any other fighter. And then show up over here and get the typing. The typing ass nigga. I know you know your home keys. If I looked at your keyboard right now, the home keys, you can't even see them. You just know them by feel. They don't even have the motherfucking letters on there no more. Just a typing ass nigga. Oh, no, I don't want to talk money. I don't want to talk money with you. I know you paid. You made that perfectly clear. You make more money than me, and you do. I know it, brother. I know you are paid. You are paid, brother. Because one thing I know, I don't want a white man talking down on me as a black man as if I don't make money. I know I don't make money comparable to you because your complexion provides you with all the amenities that you need to get the promotions in life and be whatever you are. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I heard you say you don't get into money in business. I don't know why you on here talking about money. See, you switch up so much. I'm saying, don't they have a pill to control bipolar? Nigga, you said in your live that you don't talk about money unless this, that, and the other, but you on here talking about you make more. You can't talk money. Bro, I ain't trying to talk money with you. I'm not. I know you are paid. For real. I know you are paid, big dog. I don't want no smoke. Nigga, you stay upset. I don't want no smoke with the light skin. You know, they them Karens, them light-skinned Karens always gonna tell on you in the end now. They always gonna tell on you in the end. Real talk, they always gonna tell on you. That's why you gotta be methodical with the Karens. You thought Karens just exist elsewhere? No, we got one on deck. Hey, clap it up for them. Clap it up. Clap it up. Let me read one of your comments. And I'm not sure who you're referring to as Goofy. I'm not sure But all I'm trying to ask you to do is get a credential. We're going to start off from the basics, yo. Just O-N-E. O-N-E, when you sound it out, oh, and then it has two vowels, okay? It has an O and it has an E. You know what I'm saying? The N is kind of silent, depending on what grade level education you grad, you know? But we're going to skip over goofy. Maybe you bit your tongue on that and your fingertips slipped off and you didn't hit the right keys or whatever. Been to a ton of fights. I'll be at the tank fight if it's in Houston. If any of you see me, just approach me the same way you do. Oh, I forgot. You're the one who said that if I don't remember, I said a credential. I didn't say attend the fights. I said credentials. Credentials. That's what I said. Credentials. And you say, hey, if anyone, why haven't you had any video? You said when you see me, you was gonna slap me and all that, right? I felt like I was in harm. And what did I tell you if that ever happens? You say when you sleep me, everything that you love and adore about the comfort of your own home, you say when you slap me, when you see me, you was gonna slap me. And what did I tell you? What did I tell you happened? That's all I'm saying. It's not anything else to talk about. You want to go over here being this light-skinned bully. You know what I'm saying? You try to be this light-skinned bully and always rah-rahing on other people's chat. Why are you over here, bro? Why are you over here? I should have put subscribers mode. I should have been petty and put subscribers mode on your ass. You know what I'm saying? And you can look from the outside. I should have put subscribers mode. What I'm at? 2 hours in. I should have put 2 hours and 30 minutes. I should have put you need to be a subscriber for 2 hours and 30 minutes so your bitch ass wouldn't goddamn be in my chat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, OG, listen. Let me tell you a thing or two about dropping links, right? When you drop, when you go over these other cats chat, they'll leave you in the background. They won't have you come on their panel and talk your shit. I've been around the game too long for this. They won't bring you on the panel. They'll just leave you in the background. Ask them. Ask them. Well, what do you got? What do you got to say? Come over here making threats, mad about shit that he can't change. If I drop the link, the only thing I want you to tell me is when you're gonna submit for a credential. We trying to hype these niggas up till I drop the link. I control what goes on over here. You know what I'm saying? When you in the background on their panels, they don't let you in. And time you get to going, they mute you. That's what they do. They mute you and they play the little kitty games, bro. Okay, so he say, I'm not going to grow yet. I get more viewership than every one of you in this chat combined. And that's funny how you talking about viewership, right? You actually got some people in this chat that's been to several fights. Several upon several upon several. And that's where you at with it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's where you at with it. You're uneducated when it comes to going to fight. All you want to do is talk about viewership, which isn't entirely true. Since you're a person that loves doing numbers, you buy your views, you buy your subs, you have fake donations to make people believe that you getting all this money. Yeah, you do get some super chats. Nobody cares though. Compare your super chats to how many times you actually dipped in the budget and went to a fight via credential outside of Texas. We know you don't come close to ILTBA. I know you're not going to give him respect because you're not in the game like that. You are onliner. You're an internet guy. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got a hoodie on and a hat in that dark ass room with a flashlight shining. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have a freaking a ceiling light. You use the goddamn light from your damn phone. You don't even have permission to leave the residential area, dog. You got to get permission just to do Uber Eats, DoorDash. You can't even do that shit on your own. Talking about how much money you make. Talking about how much money you make. You can't even fuck with the people in this chat on how many fight cards they've been to. You talking about views. Bro, you have no idea the history. You have no idea about the history, man. You sounding real crazy like always. That's why I do reactions on your shit. You sound crazy like always. Always believing that you're above the system and think your channel is bigger than somebody else. You don't even have a brand. You don't have nothing trademarked. None of that shit. This is not anything long term. This is you putting in countless hours for nothing. For nothing. You putting in countless hours for nothing. You don't even have a brand. You don't even have permission to spend money on a trademark. All you're doing is just being an online big mouth. That's it. You're a light-skinned cookie monster. That's all you are. You always angry about shit. Hey, whoever this L-Cat, he's on to something. The only person he loved debating over and over again is Errol Spence. You big dummy. And my friend Sanford, you big dummy. Only thing you like debating is freaking Errol Spence. Errol Spence. I can tell you what brush. He used to brush with the boar bristles. Errol Spence. That's the only thing you talk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, he lives on YouTube. How about jumping out into a whole nother region now? A whole entire region. And cover a fight card. Go to an entirely different region. Because, nigga, you ever put your hands on me, you won't return back from whence you came. So you can go on here and threat all you want and what you gonna do and keep the same energy. Your light-skinned ass ain't gonna do shit. You can talk all that bullshit all you want, nigga. You ever see me and put hands on me, I guarantee you're gonna know what a wheelchair look like. You're gonna be moving that shit with your mouth. I like dudes like yourself to always talking about what they're going to do to another grown-ass man when you see him. In that case, why you not out here having backyard fights? If you get mad at somebody else's opinion. I'm not worried about anyone you coming over here on fake accounts. You know what I'm saying? Talking about what I'm scared to do. Just like kids. It's like dealing with kids. They come over here, oh, you don't want to drop the link. When have you seen me on his panel? They don't even freaking damn go into the background. They don't even bring you out the background. Period. Period. Hey, at least I know I'm a black man in life, bro. You know what I'm saying? What's your DNA say? 96.4% Caucasian? At least I know I'm a black man in life. You over there dropping the N-word because you use that goddamn dye, that ebony dye, and dye your shit black and goddamn try to get a little bit of melatonin. You know what I'm saying? Just get that tan and turn a little peachy so you can go back online and say, hey, let me put this hoodie on and everything and act like a brother. You always wanted to be a brother. You always wanted to hang out with us, but you're not. But you're not. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Knockdown iPad Pager. You in my chat, nigga. Why are you over here? You lost? You lost? You lost? Look, the way you talk, you ain't trying to talk boxing with nobody. You're always threatening people, bro. You're always threatening people. This is a dude back in the day when I thought he was half sane. I thought he was pretty decent. I even donated when his freaking daughter had a birthday. But this nigga don't have no regard. He's steadily trying to be like other goofballs in this YTC that can't even leave their damn area either. He's steadily trying to get a record, y'all. He steadily want to prove to people that he a hard ass dude. He steadily want to go around here issuing threats on what he gonna do. But you can't do it unless you get out of the region and go to a fight. You can't make good on the threats unless you get out and go see a person and do what you say you're gonna do. All I say, tell your family goodbye. You seem like this is an easy one. I'm telling you, ever put your hands on me, that'll be the last time you even think about doing that calisthenic. Tell them goodbye. Since you don't care about being in their presence, tell them goodbye, brother. Since you're going around here threatening people all the time, tell them goodbye. You don't care about being in their company. It means nothing to you. Tell the dogs goodbye. Tell the neighbors goodbye and all that. Say, hey, I'm going up here because I want to bring online to I'm going up here. Everybody who was talking shit, I'm going up here to prove who I am. Man, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Light-skinned Karen. You're a light-skinned Karen. You get mad over everything, bro. You don't cover one fight. You don't cover one fight, but yet you own everybody's chat trying to debate. And your debate record is just garbage, trash. I think you like 2 and 670. Like you won just 2 debates, man. And that's when you was debating yourself. Every debate I seen you in the debate series, how you gonna put on the debate and be the worst? Well, I'll say one of the worst. Your mentor, your king. You know what I'm saying? That's the other one. Your BFF. That's your other one. Your BFF. I ain't never seen niggas try to be like another nigga online. And all y'all talk about, hey man, I get more views. I bet you sound like a kid. Where's your PR team? How are you branding yourself? You supposed to do this shit the next 5 or 10 years? You have no growth. You have no projection, no spreadsheet. How are you supposed to grow your brand? Through caps and hoodies? You're trash. Why don't you go do another? Have you made the money back from your debate series? That everybody had to put in money? Have you did that? I critiqued that. You got mad. Why haven't you did a debate series no more? Because it's trash? Come on, man. You over here talking about how much money you make and shit, man. Come on, bro. You was the one walking down the street with a child mixed with a Yorkie Terrier and shit. Had pink goddamn barrettes on it and stuff. Talking about you got a killer. You up there walking down the street trying to keep your skin tone just a little bit pie crusty. You just wanted just a beige pie crust texture, so you continue to get online and convince people that you got more than 4.6% black in you. Man, give it up. Give it up, bro. You are the worst debater on YTC. You're the worst. You're the worst, bro. And coming in a cool second is your BFF. He is the worst. I know how to shut him down, period. All he has to do is cut on the light. If you keep the light off, he start talking to his shadows. And you over there, and you over there, and him up there, and him down there. Him over there, him over there, him up there, him down there. Man, stop. Leave me alone, man. You shouldn't even be over here. You know what I'm saying? I haven't, look, that's a lie. I haven't been on YouTube since 2011, dumbass. I've had a channel. I was out in the streets covering cars. I haven't been on YouTube. See, that's where your literacy fails you, because you're busy worried about looking at when someone had a YouTube channel, idiot. Let's talk about the first date that you actually had a credential to a fight. When have you had, let's find that date. Find me that information. When have you attended a fight? Media perspective. Please show us your first credential. We are waiting. Show us your first credential. We don't have much time. Show us your first credential. Who cares about when I made a YouTube channel? Bro, get out of here. I'm not even on YouTube on a consistent basis. You the one spending freaking 300 hours a week on YouTube. You're the one that gotta hurry up and do YouTube. Hey, you want to talk about money, right? Check this out. nigga, you want to talk about money? Stop doing YouTube for a month then, since you got all that money. Stop doing YouTube for a month and see if you don't be in the shelter on the 7th day of the first week. Fuck around. Shut down YouTube and see you won't have your ass in the shelter. Stop doing YouTube for a month and just go off goddamn whatever you make from the vids you got up here already. You non-credential having. Get off YouTube for a full month. Knockout was supposed to debate the winner King G boxologist, but Knockout ducked the smoke and make sure it was forgotten about. Man, first of all, I don't know why they would waste their time with this dude. This dude is easy work. Easy work. He got mad because I said he wasn't my mandatory. You still ain't my mandatory. You have to attend the fight at least. Or maybe like 3 to 5 fights for me to even consider to put you in the rankings, idiot. You know what I'm saying? You got to get in the rankings first. I just can't have a debate with an onliner. I feel like I'm doing myself an injustice. I need quality. Individuals who qualify for a debate. This guy just wants to argue. I don't want to go over there and have a debate with you and you're still talking about old stuff. I need for you to know what it's like to be in an environment where you're covering fights. I want to see a credential hanging off your freaking light-skinned neck. Okay, I'm saying? I want to see you be able to carry out your duties and chores. And then if you pass the test, right, then we can go to step 2 when you put in for another credential and see if it's consistent. Then I will bring you into the rankings. You don't know. You're in the company of some important people. I don't know why you're going back and forth with IO. You can't touch his catalog. You're busy talking about views. You can't touch what he did on social media, period. See, that's the difference between you new niggas. Y'all don't know what somebody's backstory is and how much working hours and how much distance they travel covering fights. All you want to do is find that favorite little chair. When you got them, make sure you have your nice glass, you know, filled up to the rim. And before you go on, you got to chug it down. Give me another one. Grab me another barefoot. Grab me another barefoot. Get the one I put in the freezer. I put one in the freezer already. Oh, man, that shit condensating already. Pull that barefoot in there. Yeah, I like it. Woo, I'm getting better at this. Man, I like the barefoot prices. Woo, good Lord, I feel good. Now I'm ready to go out here and debate. Who is this? WCS over there? Oh, hey, close the door. I'm about to go at this nigga. Close the door. Close the door. Man, stop it. You know, one thing I can't do with you, man. I do not debate winos. I can't do it. Man, you're going to get yourself hurt goddamn frolicking around in my chat. I don't debate winos, man. What I will do is go to CVS and find you help. First of all, I need to have a blood test. I'm going to submit that blood test to a rehab and get you in rehab, get you all nice and cleaned up now. Because I told you before, I said, stop drinking online, and you continue to do it. Stop tilting and picking up glasses online because you be slipping up. You be forgetting shit. You be talking about other topics. You be on this side early in the live, and then you switch over to the other side, and you forgot you said that earlier. Man, bro, you got a problem. You got a problem. Take some of that super chat money and get dry. You know, do away 2 weeks max. You know, minimal, 2 weeks minimal. Get cleaned up. I want you to clean yourself up now. I want you to do something you ain't did in a while. Clean yourself up. Be a leader. Leave them barefoot discounted freaking a dozen of barefoot bottles alone. Stop going over there buying that barefoot. You know what I'm saying? Stop it. Leave that alone. Show your body. Show your face, man. Stop wearing caps all the time. Roll back the hoodie. Become a new person. Show us the new you. Get a credential. Hey, bro. Hey, I don't know why you're over here. You're a bum. You are the number one in my bum rankings when it comes to media content creators. You are a bum. You're a light-skinned bum who's freaking using their complexion to get around and trying to get away with stuff. You're a bum. You don't know shit about boxing. All you do is repeat the same shit. Arrow, arrow, arrow. And you jealous of IO because he was the one that was locked in with him. You know what I'm saying? What would you would have done? What would you would have done you had that access? Knockdown would have been back there. Mr. Spence, is there anything I can do for you, Mr. Spence? Can I massage your shoulders, Mr. Spence? Your shoes okay, Mr. Spence? Can I organize your uniform, Mr. Spence? I'm here for you. I'm here to work hard. I'm here to be in your good graces, Mr. Spence. A nigga would have been sound like Mike Tyson back there with a lisp. Mr. Spence, I'm here for you. What do you need me to do? You need me to sweep the floor? You know what I'm saying? Did you eat yet, Mr. Spence? Diddy, what do you want me to do, Daddy? I'm here. Hey, take a break, man. Don't be too long. Take a 10-minute break. And if you're going to drink, don't bring it back here. Thank you, Mr. Diddy. Thank you, Mr. Diddy. I'm so appreciative, Mr. Diddy. You wish you was in that spot. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Io, he wish he was in that spot, man. He back there be trying to goddamn massage his toes and stuff. I just want to be grateful that you let me back here. I'm going to do the bestest. I'm going to be the bestest. This is my first fight. I don't know what to do, but I'm just happy to be in your good graces, Mr. Diddy and Mr. Spence. Get out of here. Get out of here. You're a bum. Go do what bums does. You know what I'm saying? Go do what bum does. You know what I'm saying? Hey, now he gonna do a live stream, y'all. Look, let me explain something to you. That little Sesame Street freaking channel that you have over there, we don't play those little games. Hit the link, and then don't put them on. Keep them in the background, and then when they do get on and try to have a conversation, you mute them, and then kick them off and tell your audience, oh, they ran away. Nobody don't have time for those games, man. Been there, done that already with y'all. Been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? Your twin, your clone, that other idiot, I was on there. He said he bets thousands on fights. And what I hear when he loses money, I don't care. I don't care. He say, I wanted to bet, I want to limp in like Spence did to Crawford. Spence betted 100,000. I said, you know what? I bet 500 on Spence Crawford. He kicked me off for no reason. I bet thousands. He loses. I don't care. All I want is the winner. I like boxing. This nigga can't even pay his debts, and that's your boy. That's your twin. You have the albino, and then you have the wino. You're both. You know what I'm saying? The albino wino. That's what I need to start calling you. The albino wino. Nigga, you close. You are the albino wino. You know what I'm saying? You should be putting in paperwork for your boy. Help him out so he can get a goddamn weekend pass on the regularity. You know what I'm saying? Help him out because he don't pay his debts. Help him out. He don't pay debts. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't him paying his debts, it's you over here losing the debate series and not winning the money that was in there. It's not even making it to the final. You couldn't even make it to the final four, nigga. You couldn't even make it to the final four. Damn. You couldn't even make it to the final four. Nigga ain't gonna do nothing but come over here and feel some type of way, man. He lives on YouTube. That's all he does. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to ITC Boxer to you. Salute. What's good with it? You know what I'm saying? Look, he don't want anything except attention. I did my 2 hours and 30 minutes. Unfortunately, we had a light-skinned stray in the building, an imposter. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he'll be on live dropping the N-word. I want you all to hold him accountable. He shouldn't be dropping the N-word, y'all. He shouldn't. He don't have enough black in him to drop the N-word. You know what I'm saying? 3.2% black You should not be dropping the N-word. That's unacceptable. I better not hear you over there dropping that N-word. Stop it. Only thing I want you to do is continue to grow and be a freaking example. You know what I'm saying? Be an example to the rest of the bums in the world that you represent. That's all I want you to do. Continue to be the bum that you are and basically motivate the rest of the bums that you're in charge of out there or a part of, because you're not a leader. And see how that works. In the meanwhile, I said what I said. Get a credential. Get a credential. I don't want to hear you going to fights. I don't care. Just like your boys say, I don't care. I want you to cover a fight. Cover a fight. Submit a credential form and cover a fight. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. All right? That's all you got to do. Shout out to the hottest chat in MF game. And please, I have called animal control to get that stray out of here. Don't worry, y'all. Don't worry. It's all bark and zero bite. Okay? Don't worry. I've called animal control to come sweep the area. Don't worry. Until next time, y'all hold it.